Yep.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited today because I am sitting here with an outstanding young lady. Let me tell you about this young lady. First of all, she is running for Chief Justice of the 5th District Court of Appeals, and currently she is the presiding judge of the 101st Civil District Court. She is known all over the world and as the one and only Judge Staci Williams. Everybody, let's give it up. Woohoo! I'm so excited to have you here with me.
I'm excited to be here with you again.
What I want you guys to know is this young lady is so incredible. Let me just say that. She is not only kind, she is a servant at heart. She is always in the community doing something phenomenal. And so I wanted to make sure I brought her here today to expose who she is and kind of let you all know what she's doing around the world. And So, Judge Staci, tell us a little bit about this journey that you've been on. Like, let's go through how you first began, because we know that you were elected in 2014 originally, and then you were reelected in 2018, and then reelected in 2022. So kind of take us back to the beginning of how you even coming into 2014.
Okay. Well, actually, first of all, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I so appreciate it. So I guess it's somewhat of a long journey. I think I want to just start back and work backwards.
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
So currently I'm in my 3rd term as a district court judge here in Dallas County, where I hear civil cases only, which means personal injury, medical malpractice, oil and gas, construction law cases. I've been doing that for the last 10 years.
Okay.
Prior to that, and prior to going on the bench, I had a really diverse legal experience. So not only had I been an administrative judge and a trial attorney with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, I've been a municipal court judge, counsel to the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee in Washington, D.C.
Wow. And
then I've also been an arbitrator for DART, the U.S. Postal Service, NASDAQ, FINRA, Washington Metropolitan Airport Board, Federal Mediation Conciliation Service, and I've been certified as a senior professional in human resources. And so as a result of all that experience, I've been fairly successful as a district court judge, and I'm ready to go up to the next level as a chief judge of the Court of Appeals. Now, the Court of Appeals is different from the district court.
Okay.
Because in the district court, we have trials either before the judge or jury.
Okay.
We have witnesses, we rule on exhibits, we take the testimony of the witnesses, and then a decision's reached.
Okay.
Now, when you go to the Court of Appeals, there's no new trial, no second bite at the apple.
Okay.
It's just
no second bite at the apple. Write that down. Okay.
No, but what it is just solely a review of the record to see if error was committed. But it's very important because that is the last level review before you either go to the Texas Supreme Court, which hears civil cases, or the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals criminal. But they can decide whether or not they want to hear your appeal.
Okay.
And most people understand that. They'll go, I'm going to take it to the Texas Supreme Court. And we usually say, good luck.
Because
if they decide.
So it's hard.
It's very hard.
Okay.
So this is the very last level of review.
Okay.
Why it's so important that people that look like us get on the Court of Appeals.
Wow. So what made you decide this is something you wanted to do? Like, I know you've done all these other things, but what was in your heart that said, this is my call?
There were several reasons. Number one, I was kind of concerned about what was going on at the Court of Appeals. It ends up that they have the worst record for handling criminal appeals in the state of Texas.
The worst
now, when
record.
you are sitting on someone's appeal, you're affecting someone's life, liberty, and their family. And it's just, how can this happen when they have the most attorneys, the most justices than any other court of appeals in Texas?
Okay.
So, it's like, what is going on there? And then I started looking at the staffs because, when you come to the courts, most of our clerks are African American or Hispanic.
Okay.
Well, when you get up to the Court of Appeals, a totally different shade. In fact, they have 33 staff attorneys. They help the justices mold their decisions. Out of 33 staff attorneys, not one is African American.
And so being that that's the ratio, how does that affect us as a culture, as a race? What happens?
Well, it affects you because obviously, let's say, for example, criminal cases primarily affect blacks and browns. Well, if you don't have blacks and browns on staff to say, guys, we really need to make this as a priority, we're affecting someone's life, then they're just, you know, they're just, it's absent from the mind. I call it benign neglect. In fact, I keep doing more and more research on the court, and one of their staff attorneys was in Washington, D.C., and they had a program to encourage students to go into appellate law. And now we know Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Guess what schools they invited?
What schools were invited?
American and George Washington. Now Howard University is right there.
Wow.
And they ignored it. So that's a whole mindset. So when you've got a mindset that's absent or doesn't have a cognizance of the community,
Correct.
you're going to start getting decisions that are just like what we're getting now.
That are going against what we're needing. It's going to help those that are somewhat so the underdog gets neglected, basically.
Correct. And one thing I love about this position is being the Chief Justice. I would be more of the CEO, the administrator of the court.
Okay.
So making sure that the clerks are getting their work done.
Yeah.
That the justices are timely issuing their decisions. That's a problem at the 5th District Court of Appeals. Appeals are just languishing. Attorneys don't know what to do. The parties don't know what to do. If you've got a $30 million judgment that could possibly put your company out of business, you are due a quick decision.
And they prolong those things.
And they're prolonging it. And then with criminal appeals, it's even more, it's more pressing. It's absolutely more pressing because you could be someone could be sitting in jail and they might not be in jail. But you can't let those appeals wait for 24 months.
Got it.
And then just say, oh, well, there's something else going on. No, something going on is that you're not doing your work and there's no one there having you do it and make it a priority. And that's what I'm going to do.
So do y'all see why we need this young lady? First of all, she has the heart of the people. And then she wants to do something about it. I believe this is your call. I have been knowing this young lady for years now. And that's why I wanted to have her come on. Because not only is she phenomenal at what she does in the courthouse, she's a great person. She's a great friend. She's one that's out in the community doing some amazing things. So let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about some of the instances that I know of for sure where she's come out and served. Y'all know I run a homeless organization, and Judge Staci has been one that has come out and served with us and brought all kinds of amazing items to bless those who were less fortunate. So share about those things.
Well, just being elected to office, I think you have an obligation to continuously be in the community. Yeah. And remember those who are less fortunate. So when you have your drives, we're going to go get blankets and actually show up and help distribute them, not just dump them off. Yeah, you've done that. Also, I created a program called the Citizen Civil Academy, which is a free nonpartisan program to educate citizens about the civil court process. Yeah. Since 2015, we've graduated over 350 citizens, ranging in age from 7 to 92. We've taken it to 14 locations. Wow. And I pay for this program out of my campaign funds. No federal, state, or local funds are involved. And what I'm most proud of, I don't take time on a Friday or Thursday to do this. I do this program on the weekends. So I'm not using up valuable judicial time to do that. So it truly is a program for the citizens of Dallas County. Also on Thanksgiving, you might see on Facebook all these courts have their big fancy Thanksgiving dinners. Well, we decided back in 2015, we have enough, we go home, we have dinner. Let's do something for those less fortunate. So we decided to start donating to food banks. So the first year we donated 101 cans of food. And let me tell you, we just don't go to Walmart and get the Walmart brand. Like one year we got the Wolf Brand chili, we've gotten the Progresso soups. And the last couple of years, because the need is so great, we've doubled the amount. So we're giving 202 cans of food to help charities. And, my staff just loves it because every year I ask them, what do you want? And they're like, no, we're going with our tradition.
That is so beautiful. Year. Well, we appreciate everything that you're doing for the community as well as just teaching others how to give back, because what you're saying as a leader is let's take some of the things that we've been given and bless those who are in need. So that's what I appreciate about you. And so I want to also talk about you have an opponent right now. Yes. There's
Yes.
a particular person that is going against her in this race, and from what I understand, there have been some what's the word I want to use? Some
Distortions.
that's a good word. Distortions. Hashtag. Some distortions that this young person is saying, or however old they are. But we want to talk about some of those distortions. Tell us about that.
Okay, so one of the distortions is she's relying upon the Dallas Bar Association's bar poll.
Yeah.
The problem is the bar poll is not statistically significant.
Tell them what the bar poll is.
Okay, the bar poll is a poll of attorneys, anonymous attorneys, who rate and rank the judges.
Okay.
There are no gatekeepers on whether or not that attorney has actually appeared in your court.
Yeah.
And so they do it every 2 years. And look, there are 14,000 lawyers in Dallas. 800 people might participate.
Okay.
In my opponent's poll, 70 people participated. And she's passing out, and her people are passing out at all the polls. Oh, she has 60% approval rating from the Dallas Bar Association. Well, a normal person would think, oh my God, thousands of lawyers are supporting her.
Right.
Only
that's not
70 attorneys participated in her poll. So 60% means 44. So she wants you to think that she's a better judge than I am, because 44 lawyers in Dallas who you might not even know, who might not have ever been in her court, have said that she was excellent. And that's no standard to make a selection for a judicial position.
So it sounds deceptive.
It's deceptive, and the bar poll is like a beauty contest. I mean, it's I've never been a homecoming queen, and I won't be a DBA queen either.
Well, come on now. But you about to be the next chief up in here, if we have anything to do with it. And that's what we love. So we're trying to be the Chief Justice of the 5th District Court of Appeals.
Yes.
So make sure you all remember that. The Chief Justice of the 5th District Court of Appeals. That's what we're going to be praying for, and we're going to be voting for. Again, this young lady is outstanding at what she does. I appreciate that she cares so much about the people. And, just the fact that she's letting us know that we're not represented. We're not highly represented. We don't have enough people standing in the gap for us. And she's wanting to do that. And speak on that, too, as far as you were sharing about the opponent and the race of people that are hired that don't represent us.
Right. So they have staff attorneys, or they might call them court attorneys, and they help the justices write the decisions. To me, it's very important that you have a very diverse pool of staff attorneys advising the justices. Right now, they have 33 staff attorneys. 0 are African American.
Okay. Well, again, if you're not represented, then you're not represented. So what she's saying is she would like to fill the gap. She would like to be a part of the role that would assist us in these appeals and these processes, because we're not being fairly dealt with at this point. And so we want to make sure that we're listening, and you can play this video back again so you can hear more about what she's done and what she's wanting to do. So tell us a little bit more. Let's speak to the audience. Let's tell them what you're wanting to do.
All right. Okay, so I'm running to be the Chief Justice because I think it's time for a change. The record clearly shows that there is a leadership void.
I'm gonna get some water.
Okay, go get some water. Leadership void at the Court of Appeals. They have the worst record in the state of Texas for handling criminal appeals. We've talked about that. That's simply unacceptable. Also, the 5th District Court of Appeals has been called the judicial hellhole of Texas. While some of it's been politically charged, there are problems there that everyone sees. We need someone who's going to be a strong leader. We need someone who is going to ensure that the staff reflects the rich diversity of this 5-county area. And I forgot to tell you, this covers Dallas, Collin, Rockwall, Grayson, Hunt counties.
Yes.
All right, so it's in 5 counties. And we deserve a court that reflects the richness of Dallas, Fort Worth area. We can't have our courts known as hellholes. That's going to affect, the people wanting to come in. If we get the reputation that justice is cheap, justice is for sale, we are not going to be able to attract the right businesses that we want to attract, the right families that we want to attract. So we want people to know that, at least in the 5th District Court of Appeals, when I'm the Chief Justice, those decisions are going to be timely issued.
Yeah.
Everyone is going to be treated with common decency and respect, and it's going to become the court of choice for all of the Court of Appeals in Texas. And I know that I have the skills with 37 years of legal experience, diverse areas that I can draw upon, my experience in being an innovator, such as when I started the CCA program. All those experiences are going to help me make that court a better place, and I'm the right person to do it. And as I will also say, I haven't tried to deceive the voters. I'm not refusing to address the issue. Throwing out bar polls is absolutely ridiculous. It's not scientific. And when you try to mislead the voters, to make them think that all of the bar just thinks you're excellent. And then when you drill down, only 4 to 4 lawyers, that's not fair.
No.
And you wonder if someone's doing that to try to win an election, what are they going to do behind the scenes when there's not a Staci Williams who's going to go back, look at the record, and bring the facts to light?
Well, we appreciate you so much. That's all I can say. I just appreciate your heart, your passion, and your willingness to even come here today to share about what you've been doing, your experiences, and how you want to be a blessing to the community. That is such a joy for me. And like I said, I know this young lady personally, and y'all know if I'm saying she is the O-N-E, the one, she is the O-N-E. So we want to make sure that we are out voting for the Chief Justice of the 5th District Court of Appeals.
And voting continues today until 5 o'clock.
Okay.
This weekend, Saturday from 7 to 7, Sunday 12 to 6, all of next week from 7 to 7, and try to get in early because it's supposed to rain, I think Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Okay.
And then Election Day is Tuesday, March 5th. But try to get in and get your vote. We need your support. There's a big groundswell because people don't want change. If you want change, if you want a court that's responsive to you and our community and is going to be fair to everyone, and we're not going to misrepresent the facts, we're not going to do smoke and mirrors. I'm going to come to you and tell you exactly what's going on in that court and how things are getting better. But you've got to, you can't get anywhere if someone's going to tell you they've got 66% of the bar support. Then you find out it only means 44 lawyers.
Y'all hear that? Only 44. Anyway, we're voting for Judge Staci Williams. Get that in your head. Hashtag it. Share it. Post it. Repost the video because, again, we want more people to be exposed to all the goodness that she provides, all the knowledge and the wisdom that she has to share with so many of us who are in need of assistance. And she's that person that we want representing us. So we're so grateful that you joined us today. Do you want to share one last thing with us? Do you want to share anything about what you have coming up, how we should be staying connected to you? Share any of those things.
Okay, so my website is www.judgestaci.com, and that is Staci with an I. No I-E, no Y-E-Y. Staci with an I. I'm on Facebook, very easy, Judge Staci, and Instagram, Judge Staci. Please like our postings. Please share them. Also, if you see any negative attacks, just respond to them because I can't monitor Facebook all the time. You've got the facts, and if you think that you need some help, you can send me an email at staci@judgestaci.com, and I do answer my emails, but I need your support. Tell your friends. You might not have ever heard of this court ever in your life, but now you have, and it's time for us to make a change, and I will be your change agent.
Change agent. Judge Staci Williams. Hashtag change agent. Okay then. Well, we've had a phenomenal time. Once again, this has been so enlightening. We're so grateful that you were here with us today. You're always so wonderful, and keep doing what you're doing. Okay, guys, make sure you add in the comments how you have enjoyed Judge Staci Williams and how we're going to be voting for her. So please do that. And again, share, post, like, all that good stuff. Until the next time, we are about to left. That means BYE. Bye then.